Hi, and welcome again to another edition of Market Analysis for today, February 13th, Thursday. I'm Gio Benacourt. This is a recording about an hour prior to the US session open done by Vantage Markets. All right, so let's get with it. All right, so we're looking at the indices, beginning with indices. So we're looking at them. There's a lot of things obviously coming up. The U.S. is actually poised to win the AI race against China. Everything is in place, but then again, Trump has to come in and do his thing, and he's talking about perhaps doing tariffs on chips. That obviously will put some pressure on stocks, AI stocks, and let's just see how this will evolve. Now, looking at the markets, right? Look at our market action. We saw yesterday that the market actually did a fluctuation to the downside, right? And it quickly retreated. It retraced all of that movement to the downside and it closed in the green. Now, what we want to analyze from here is that the market is not making any new highs, higher highs and higher lows, or lower highs and lower lows to determine a direction. So we are sideways trading. Okay, this is a consolidation stage. Okay, this could be also just waiting on companies to obviously come out and report. But what I want to bring to your attention is that the market is not dropping. Okay, when good news comes out, bad news comes out, and it doesn't drop. It doesn't move as before. So that tells you how much valuation is sitting below all of this price action. So what we're looking to do is obviously come in, and best bet in this scenario is wait or be set for a breakout, because we are just basically creating a pretty strong volume cluster throughout these levels, 21,900. And if you want to look at the stream, then 21,500. So between these levels right here is where the market has been trading for the past 2 weeks, really. Okay, so therefore, a breakout to the upside will be a catalyst by the obviously companies reporting. Okay, so let's see and wait what's going to happen. I mean, it could also just be another breakout to the downside, but this will happen eventually. So just be set for that. That's for the Nasdaq. As far as the S&P 500 goes, same token. Candles are smaller bodies, if you will, but same trajectory or the same way that the Nasdaq is. I'm gonna update the support for the S&P using the lower Bollinger Band, and it's right below it, so 6,000 psychological, and we're gonna leave the same levels of resistance. For the Nasdaq, it's gonna be 20-day moving average, and then just 21,600. Okay, for the Dow, we're gonna update this to yesterday's swing low, and then the lower Bollinger Band, leave the same levels of resistance. And let's see what will happen today with the indices. We set for make another leg to the upside. Crude oil. All right. Well, crude oil has been doing obviously that particular retracement last at the beginning of the month. It retraced down towards that double bottom created around $70.50. From here, it did a small rebound, and now is on a tear. So one way that we can come in and use tools to identify probable level of support and resistance when we are seeing that the market is begin to identify a trajectory. So we see that the market was basically also in a consolidation stage, lateral movement, horizontal movement, coffee knuckle ingestion, and this is a great setup for a breakout. It broke to the downside, finding that $70.50 support. It rebounded from here, looking to retrace and come back towards the $74. But then it's also making another attempt at trading lower, making lower highs and lower lows so far in this this beginning of this trend, which is the second candle in the red. So we can use what's called the Andrews pitchfork. Okay, this technical indicator is not well known and is rarely used by novice traders. However, it is a quick and easy way for traders to identify possible levels of support and resistance for an asset price. All right, so it is created by placing 3 points at the end of previous trends and then drawing a line from the first point that runs to the midpoint of the other 2 points. So we want to be able to identify a swing high. In this case, the market is trending lower to a swing high to a swing low, to a low, obviously, then back to a high, and that's how we create our 3 points. So the essence or the reason of the indicator is used in general. Traders can purchase, come into the market in a buy if the price falls near support of either the center trend line or the lowest trend line, or vice versa, they sell the asset when they purchase the resistance of either the center line or the highest trend line. So in this case, that we are entering what could be a downtrend, so we want to be able to identify these levels, okay, as support. These lines support. This is the center line, so that's like the pivot point, and then we have the resistance line. So those around those levels, you can identify those probable levels of support and resistance. Okay, so in using this tool, if you were to contemplate the idea of selling the asset, then you will come in obviously and thinking about that if the market recovers towards the midpoint, you'll sell. Now, if the market comes and fluctuates below the $70, where it fluctuates below this second line, which is as a support, then you could come in and anticipate a continuation movement to the downside, and your target will be the lower line, okay, and vice versa. So this is just one way that you can use to identify those levels of support and resistance. So as far as crude oil goes, I'm looking at $70 to be my target for today. Nat Gas just making a parabolic movement to the upside. $4 is right around the corner, so let's use that as a target. The upper Bollinger Band is going to be our second level. Then as far as a support is going to be the 20-day moving average, and then we're going to be using this area, this zone right here, which actually touches all of the previous candles from last week, okay, and actually also from this week. So there you are, moving to the upside. I've been saying go bullish, go long on that gas, so stay long. $4 is a target. Maybe we'll be shy of it today, but probabilities is that we will be getting there. All right, gold, after a little bit of a sell-off, after picking its head above 29.40, a retrace obviously on Tuesday. Yesterday we saw that volatility to the downside, but it's recovering, is looking to sustain itself north of 2,900. So again, 29.50 is right around the corner, so that's the target for today. So going long. RSI is completely overbought though, so keep that in mind. Then we have silver. Now this level of support is way too low, so I'm gonna use yesterday's open right around here, and then that 20-day moving average. I'm gonna leave the same levels of resistance. So the target is going to be initially 32.5, and then following that it's gonna be around 32.80. So stay long. I'm looking to buy also again. Copper, copper has picked its head above that level of resistance that we had there, is trading below that. we can do it two things. I will leave this second level as it is, and then I'll just make the second level as 480. So that's that. The this triple bottom right here is essentially a strong level of support for copper. So that's gonna be that for that. I mean, that's a great level of support. And then the second level or the first level, let's just use this swing low here, which I'm anticipating that the copper is going to make another leg to the upside. So this is a breakout. You see equal highs, equal lows. Yes, I mean, this is a phenomenal setup. A breakout to the upside is being created as we speak. So use that to your advantage. Then we have Bitcoin. So Bitcoin again, just looking to stay north of 96,000 all week long, and again making a strong case of a coffin of congestion, lateral movement, horizontal movement, consolidation, whatever you want to call it. But this is a great setup for a breakout. Now, would it be to the upside? Would it be to the downside? Well, so far it's looking that it's continued to trend just sideways. So I'm gonna just kind of just tighten my levels of support, my resistance 100,000. It's just gonna be right there. Sideways trading for Bitcoin around 96,000 the pivot point. Currency is the euro. Is finally looking. It's trading above 104 actually. So since we picked up a head above that, let's just use 104.5 as a first level of resistance, and the upper Bollinger Band as our second. Then we have 103.5. So we're gonna have a dollar of a channel here, and then let's just use the lower Bollinger Band as well for support identification. Now the consensus or my speculation is to the upside. Then we have the pound. Also, we need to update this level. So let's just use. You see how they are? They just sideways trading, or sideways fluctuating the moving average, 50 moving average, and the upper Bollinger Band. So they're flat, they're lateral. So let's use that 20-day moving average and that swing low from Tuesday. So again, looking for another leg up as the dollar index makes another lower attempt. So let's just use these levels right here for resistance, and then the lower Bollinger Band as a probable level of support. So as the market fluctuates downwards, we'll find some buyers around these levels. All right, have a great trading day, and I'll see you tomorrow.